Imagine if Earth had an edge, like the edge of a table. It's an interesting thought, even though we've discussed it before. There's something captivating about the idea of a flat Earth, especially when we imagine a solar eclipse on this unique surface. Picture trees growing diagonally, defying gravity's pull. And there's even talk of a massive ice wall at the perimeter, guarded, of course, by NASA in this imaginative scenario. The creativity of flat Earth proponents is truly something to marvel at. But what if they were onto something? Recap. Just in case you're not up to date with the latest from the flat Earth enthusiasts, let's quickly go over what they're talking about. For centuries, people believed that Earth was flat, the center of the universe. Then came Nicholas Copernicus with his revolutionary idea. He proposed that Earth wasn't flat, and it didn't sit at the center of everything. Through observations, he realized that our planet actually orbits the Sun. Fast forward 500 years, and there are still people worldwide who firmly believe in a flat Earth. Effects of a flat Earth. Ever wondered why planets are round? One word: gravity. Gravity pulls matter together from all sides equally, shaping it into a sphere. However, this wouldn't be the case if Earth were flat. Those who argue against the round Earth idea suggest there's no such thing as gravity. They propose that what we perceive as gravity is actually a mysterious force constantly pushing the flat Earth upwards, creating the sensation of being pulled downward. But there's a catch: you can't keep accelerating forever. Eventually, you hit a point where the speed becomes too much. Imagine feeling like an overcooked pancake. Now, let's explore some real science. On a flat Earth, gravity would still exist, but it would behave in a strange way. The center of gravity would be right in the middle. Everything on and around Earth would be drawn toward this central point. As you move away from the center, the gravitational pull would strengthen. Eventually, it would start pulling you downward, requiring you to climb. This unique gravity pattern would prevent you from walking to the edge of a flat Earth. The gravitational force around the edge would be so strong that getting there would be nearly impossible. You'd likely never witness the impressive 150-foot-tall ice wall known as Antarctica, supposedly surrounding the Earth's edge. Exploring what's on the other side would be off-limits, but at least you wouldn't fall off. Other effects of this peculiar gravity would emerge. Objects closer to the edge would fall sideways instead of straight down. Trees might grow diagonally across most of the flat Earth, resisting the gravitational pull. Precipitation like rain, snow, and hail would converge toward the center, forming a buildup. Even the oceans would be drawn toward the center, creating a single massive ocean in the middle. Now let's talk about air pressure. On a flat Earth, gravity would pull an excessive amount of air toward the central point, leaving the outer regions with very little air pressure. This would be problematic for people living in places like a flat Earth Australia. They wouldn't have enough breathable oxygen. Meanwhile, those near the center would experience crushing air pressure due to the weight of the atmosphere. But this situation wouldn't last long. Unlike our round Earth, a flat Earth wouldn't have a protective magnetic field generated by the core's movements. This lack of a magnetic field would cause our atmosphere to gradually escape into space. As a result, we'd be exposed to harmful solar radiation, leading to health issues like cancer and DNA damage. Breathing comfortably would become impossible due to the disappearing atmosphere. So, if you ever find yourself on a flat Earth, make sure to have a reliable life support system handy. Now let's address a common question: what would orbit a flat Earth? Every flat Earth advocate insists that the Sun and the Moon circle above a pancake-shaped Earth, acting as massive spotlights. But let's apply some scientific reasoning to this notion. If the Sun behaved like a spotlight, you'd see it from all points on Earth, even if it didn't shine directly on you. Imagine it being like those scenes from alien abduction stories. Where did they come up with that idea? In this scenario, day and night wouldn't alternate as they do on our round Earth. Our sleep schedules would be quite chaotic. To fix this, let's adjust the system. If the Sun orbited the flat Earth in a specific way, we could have alternating days and nights. When the Sun rises, daylight would spread across the entire planet. As the Sun sets, darkness would encompass the Earth. Time zones and seasons wouldn't exist in this scenario, but you could still disrupt your schedule by staying up late to watch worldview theory videos. Now consider the size of the Sun. If the Sun maintained its enormous size while orbiting a flat Earth, it would be dangerously close, potentially causing the planet to burn up. On the other hand, if the Sun were much smaller, we'd freeze due to the flat Earth's larger surface area compared to our round Earth. This would result in receiving only a fraction of the energy needed to support life. The lunar eclipse. Here's something we haven't touched on yet: the lunar eclipse. Flat Earth proponents propose the existence of an anti-moon responsible for these events. On our round Earth, lunar eclipses occur when Earth comes between the Sun and the Moon. If the flat Earth scenario were accurate, lunar eclipses might look like this, requiring precise alignment. If the flat Earth theory turned out to be true, and the globe we know was indeed manipulated, leading to rigged GPS devices for financial gain, it could spark discussions about other conspiracy theories. Unfortunately, many individuals, including flat Earth believers, struggle with cognitive dissonance when their thoughts and beliefs don't align with reality. We're bombarded with pseudo-evidence that can support any theory, even if it lacks logical consistency. Imagine if Copernicus had spent hours watching flat Earth conspiracy videos on YouTube. Even he might have questioned his own groundbreaking ideas. And as for a donut-shaped Earth? Well, that's a topic for another conversation about alternative worldviews.